wholeheartedly welcome to tonight's literacy program and fundraiser. Our theme today is Building Financial Futures, Advanced Strategies for Wealth and Wisdom. We are honored to have every one of you joining us tonight for this unique program. Before we begin, we would like to invite Honorable Michelle Van Pelt, National Champlain General, to lead us in the opening prayer.
I'm not sure he's here, but I can proxy for him.
Okay, that would be good.
Okay, let's bow.
Mhm.
Our Lord and our God, we are thankful for this day, Lord. This is the day that you've made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. We thankful, Abba Father, for the program. We thank you for the planning process. And now we are at the execution stage. We pray that your presence be with us, Lord. Touch the hearts of everyone who's on the platform to make their contributions to us. This particular initiative. Let your will prevail, oh God. We say thank you. We bless your name. Have your will in today's program and be exalted. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful prayer. So next on our list, we would like to invite Honorable Quinetta D. Johnson, Secretary AU Committee, to deliver our welcome statement. Are you here,
Thank you.
ma'am? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Am I being heard?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable MC. All right, so good evening to everyone. Let me take this time to welcome you all to this program. As we all know, this is a financial literacy program and fundraiser. You are highly welcome. Thank you for taking off your time to be here tonight. And I want you to know that tonight is not only about fundraiser. It's not only about raising funds, but to also learn to, connect as we have always been connecting on each programs on this platform, and to also support LSUIC, our own community. So thank you so much and welcome. And I want you to also, as you are learning, I want you to have this in mind that LSUIC is our own. So every fund we raise here is coming right back to us. So please do not leave. Do not run away. Yeah, our own life run away. Don't run away. Nobody running away to them. But remain to give your support. As a famous writer once said that there has never been anyone who gave. There has never been anyone who has given and then returned back poor. So as you give, definitely so shall you receive. So welcome and thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Quinetta, for that heartfelt welcome statement. Next, we would like to move on to the introduction of the guest speaker by Honorable Noah D. Mason Jr., National Financial Secretary of LSUIC. Honorable Mason?
Yes, am I being heard?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you, our honorable host, and thanks to everyone for joining the platform. I will go straight into it. Our guest speaker is Mr. Chad P. Adams. He's a South African. He is a result-oriented chartered accountant with extensive international and local experience. He specialized in financial control and investment management. Notably, he played a pivotal role in establishing the BRICS New Development Bank, NDB, in Shanghai, shaping its financial policies and overseeing strategic investments in sectors like renewable energy and transportation. Mr. Adams currently works as the Secretariat of the New Product Working Group, NPWG, at the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, that is AIB Beijing, introducing innovative financial products while effectively managing operational risks. His track record speaks to his ability to provide impactful leadership and successfully drive strategic initiative. Fellow scholars and members of LSUIC, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today's financial literacy program, Mr. Chadwin P. Adams. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mason, for that great introduction. Well, it is my honor now to welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Chadwin P. Adams, Chartered Accountant at AIIB. Please feel free to listen and take down notes. Thank you. Honorable Chadwin.
Hi. I don't think I'm that honorable. Hi,
You are.
everyone. Thank you for the invite, Noah. I'm Chadwin Adams. I work at the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank in the finance department, where I am responsible for all of the new products that our bank is doing. So if you think about products that a bank has, I am responsible for looking at things like guarantee financing, proper loan financing, equity financing, risk transfer. All of these interesting kind of financial products is what I look at the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. You can move to the next slide. Hi, who's controlling the slides? Can you please move to the next slide?
I'm sorry, 1 minute, please.
I'm currently on holiday. So I just tried to plug in my laptop and then my charger broke. So I will be reconnecting so that I can take the call on my phone. So please just excuse me as we bear with all of these technical difficulties. Ask me a question. We can pause, we can discuss. You can if you want to. Let's have this as an open discussion, just not as a lecture given by me. So why are we here? We're having a conversation about how to build finances and how to build wealth for the future. So, in my 8 years that I've spent in China, I've noticed that a lot of students really only focus on the academics. Um, Financial planning starts a bit too late, and there's no consideration, very few consideration of how to make wealth materialize at home. I find that few students actually prepare for life after graduation. So the goal is to leave China with knowledge, capital, and have some opportunities. So basically, I would encourage all of the students to take advantage of the networks that are in China. So you have things like internations, you have you have things like Toastmasters, where you can meet people from different industries, different backgrounds, make connections, so that you can sort of see what opportunities are there in China. So the main focus on strong, very, very strong network base. A friend of mine studied his master's in China, and during his master's, he started looking for connections, and that's how he then met me. And then I at the New Development Bank, and then they started having conversations. Then, after he's finished his master's, he then moved into the New Development Bank. So, I would definitely encourage everyone to look at things like internations, look at things like Toastmasters, because at clubs like this, these international clubs that are all over China, you can meet people from different industries. Different backgrounds, different countries, ask them questions about, opportunities to do further studies in these countries, opportunities for work in these countries, so that once you're done with approaching graduation, you already sort of have something lined up. So basically, what I'll be talking about is what we can sort of do to ensure that by the time you leave university, you have opportunities. So you have a job or something entrepreneurial that's coming up, and you have cash to start the next phase of your life. Can you please go to the next slide? Next slide, please. Slide number 4.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, as you start your financial planning journey, you need to realize that low stakes, high learning. So, I understand that most of you, it's either you're on partial scholarship, or you are paid by via school full scholarship from the Chinese government. Some of you have got scholarships from your own government. Some of you are funding your studies by yourself. So I know that there's not a lot of disposable income. There's not a lot of money that you have that you can actually use to save and to do X, Y, and Z. But my advice to you is to start small. So when I was at uni, I also I really started small. Like I would save like 100 Rand per day, not per day, per week. And then when I was done with uni, I then used that money to basically set up my apartment. So basically, the message here is to start now, so that when you finish school, you don't get into debt. Because a lot of people, once they finish school, they then incur lots of debt to buy a fridge, buy a bed, buy this, buy that. So use this time to sort of put away like a little small nest egg, so that once you finish and you planning your next step, you've got some money that you've put aside that you can start and build your life with. So um, I think that's the advice. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. Okay. So as you're thinking about starting your savings and starting to plan for the future, I would like you to look at a 5 to 10 year plan. So if you're saving 500 CNY per month, right? In 4 years, that will be 24,000 CNY. If you save 10,000 CNY per month, in 5 years, this will be 60,000 CNY. In many African economies, it takes about 5 to 10,000 dollars to start a real business. Uh, a month is not something. And someone will ask me, how do I put this money away? Because I've got my Alipay account, I've got my WeChat account. If the money is in this account, then it's likely that you would use it. So what I take that 500, put it in a money box and put it under your bed, be old school about it. Um, Save your money, and then when you leave, of course, you can deposit your money and then transfer it to wherever you are. Another saving tool is what we did when we were in uni. We were like a group of like about 5 people. So every month, each person would take out, for example, like 500 RMB. Take out 500 RMB would be 5 people. So 4 of us would give all our 500s to the person that it's their turn for that month. Then the other person 500 each, it's their turn. So then you take that money and then that's how you, in South Africa, we call it a stokvel. So you can form little groups where you bring all your money together, you save. You can even have this kind of saving scheme, but for like maybe shipping goods home. All of you say like, okay, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. We put all our money together, we ship goods home. So if you're finding it difficult, right, to save individually, right, by yourself, I think if you do it with a group of people, it brings a bit more accountability. So you'll have to then pay this person back. And then when it's your turn, you get your 2,000 RMB, you put it away, you don't touch it, or you use it for something to do at home. Buy cement, start buying land, buying material. That's basically what I did. When I got to China, we got into stokvels with my friends. We bought different materials. We also did stokvel where we did all of us bought chickens. Found someone that has a farm, and then basically we just started like buying and selling chickens. So you guys can think about what it is that you can do back home. And then if it's the cost a bit too much, then I would then advise that you guys come together as groups, pool the money in, and then do something and see how that then translates into something tangible. If you can't use your account, I would really say, I've done this, put the money under the bed, and then, once you go home, you put it in the bank and then you transfer it out. That's number one. Number two, bring some of your friends together. You guys can save together. That's number two. So, I want you to keep in your mind that we're looking at this through a 5 to 10 year lens. 5 to 10 year lens. And as you know, 5 years in China goes, so a little really goes, you start little by little and not touch the money, right? You're putting yourself in a better position to work towards your future. Can I please get a next slide? Next slide. So here I've put some few tips. Mason, can you please share the presentation? So just a few tips regarding how you can budget your monthly stipend or your whatever other income that you receive, how you can sort of like split it, how you can budget it, and then try and put a little savings aside. My advice is, if you have a stipend, for example, of 100 RMB, right? My advice is take at least 10% and save it, right? If your stipend then increases to 100, let's say 150 RMB, you increase your percentage to 12%. Right? If your stipend then increases to 200, you increase the savings that you have to you increase the amount that you save maybe to 15%. So as your income is increasing, right? You also need to increase your savings. People do is, as their income is increasing, they go and increase their standard of life. So you get more money, you go and buy more things, and then I find people get into a lot of debt. So instead of increasing your standard of life, right, rather focus on making sure that you've got, money aside for things that you want to do in the future to build wealth. Also money aside for emergencies, and money aside for leisure things that you want to do. So what I do is I've got pockets of savings. So I've got savings for like things that I need to do that would happen, in an emergency. I've got vacations. I've got investment portfolio with investments. Then I've got my normal, bank account that I transact with every day. So this is how I consciously separate my money so that I can basically know that, okay, at the end of the month, yes, the money is going to my salary is gone, but I know I've got money in different pockets in case anything happens. And I know that, it is not that easy to do. Um, it's not easy. So the advice is always to start small, and then build that consistency. Can I please get the next slide? So I've given more advice on how to keep your costs low. So basically, buy small, buy in bulk, um, look for specials. Also, do not buy things that you don't need. I know that there's fashion and there's X, Y, and Z and there's trends and all of these things. I have started putting myself on a minimalistic kind of lifestyle where I only buy things when I really need it. So I ask myself, okay, I need shoes. So I'll go and buy white shoes so that I can wear my white shoes with different kinds of outfits. I'm very frugal and pragmatic in that way. So I only really focus and, spend my money on things that I really need. And also then it would then allow me to spend money on things that I want to experience. It would also then allow me to grow my investment portfolio by not buying things that I really don't need. So I think it's important that that discipline of making good choices, you start with that discipline now, so that once you are, working and you've got a family, you've got, husband, wife, you've got kids, you already have this strong financial discipline where you know that, okay, this is what we need, this is not what we need. So let's focus on what we need. And then what we don't need, these luxury things, you then assess and see if you to get it. I'm not saying that you should not be kind to yourself. I'm not saying that you spoil yourself. I'm just saying that you should be mindful of what you do with your money and where your money goes. There's nothing as horrible as going out, for me, going out for drinks with friends, and then when I wake up on Saturday morning, I see all of the Coronas that I bought when I went out. So even for that, put money aside for going out, put money aside for different things so that you know when you're using your money with purpose. Can I please go to the next slide? Okay. So um, in here, I also put in some information regarding entrepreneurial opportunities from China, but I think I just wanted to touch on it, but I think most of you um, already know where the markets are, already know, I guess, how to source things, already know how to ship things back home. But what I would advise you to do, since you already know how the logistics around moving things from China to home, you know how to do that. But I think the missing thing is once your goods or all these supplies get home, how are you really scaling up your business? How are you scaling up your business all the way from China? What are you doing all the way from China in order to ensure that your business is scalable and that your business can grow? So I'd advise you from a South African economy. I was looking at the different kinds of tech that we have in the country, the different kinds of payment platforms that we have in the country, the different kinds of markets that we have in our country. I looked at all of that and then I thought, okay, this is my idea. What I want to do is there's a lot of delivery guys around SA that is delivering Uber Eats and all of these other delivery companies. So I saw that in our local economies, in our rural economies, um, uh, that reflection period when you wake up and see those corona. So in our rural economies, I find that, there's not a lot of trade that's happening. We're going into the cities to go and buy the things that we need, but we do have shops, we do have little takeaways, we do have restaurants in our local communities. So what I wanted to do is to buy some of the those scooters, right? Put them in my local community, have all of the vendors, right, that are in my community, right, have them apply onto my platform. Then everyone that's in our community, right, for the shops that's in our community, they can go on there, buy whatever they need to buy, and then there's a guy that will just go and pick it up and deliver it to their house. So basically, doing Uber Eats in places where these kind of things are not accessible, because these things are only accessible in your populated urban areas. Look at rural communities; they don't have things like that. So like take some time to reflect on what home looks like, what needs are at home, and how you can sort of like fill that gap. So when you go home and you're talking to your friends from home, talk about like what is happening at home, what do people need? And then after that, once you know what people need, right, you then go and source the supplies and go and source the material, and then you work on how you're going to scale up your business. Because the business needs to be scaled. So first, maybe you do it on WhatsApp, but then you need to 10-year plan. You need to then get a shop. After getting a shop, you need to then think about how am I going to open up different locations. Um, and I see that the trend is really going towards like clothes and phones and shoes. That's what everyone is buying and shipping. But like my question is, are we really thinking about what we need at home and what value we can bring back home? So I would really encourage everyone to think about how China looks and how China functions, the technology that China has, and how you're experiencing China, and take all of this knowledge, right? All of these things that you're learning, find ways that you can use it and implement these things at home. Because there's a lot of things that's happening in China, great things that's happening in China that we can take from our time here to go back and improve home. That is what I would encourage you to do, to really move away from what everyone else is shipping and to really think about what the needs are back home. A friend of mine is shipping, those portable toilets, shipping portable toilets from China to South Africa. Because in South Africa, when there's like, for example, like a funeral or there's a wedding, people always hire these kind of things. So you need to think about, okay, in back home here in South Africa, there's a lot of funerals. So what do they need when funerals happen? Okay, there's a lot of weddings. Okay, there's a lot of prom celebrations. So what can I do? What can I do? What can I bring back home that people would like? That is a gap that people are that would make people's lives easier, and then go into that. So spend some time, think about it, sit with your friends. As I said, you have your friends and you bring your money together. Also sit with your friends. Instead of talking about the next bendo function, let's discuss how we're going to build Liberia. You are the future of Liberia. So you guys are going to be running commerce in Liberia. You're going to be running the government. So you need to be thinking about things in that sense. Okay. So what if I was sitting as Minister of Finance, what do I want? If I was sitting as Minister of Trade and Industry, where do I think this country needs to go? And yes, you're not there yet, but that's the mindset that you need to have. If you're doing business, you need to think of yourself as already having your company listed on a stock exchange. And that is how you start scaling things up, and that is how you start growing things. But everything starts small. Money doesn't get made overnight. You don't become rich overnight. It's little seeds that you plant, that grow, that you nurture, that you water, that turn into something big. So there's nothing for me. When people think they're going to be making money overnight, they always think that they're a bit crazy, because nothing happens overnight. It's small seeds that you plant with intention, with purpose, that grows into something. May I please get the next slide? Okay. To prepare for different career opportunities for those that do not want to go via the entrepreneurial track. Basically, you need to build skills and skills that the market needs. So I know that a lot of you are studying different things, but the world is moving very, very fast in terms of AI, Gen AI, in terms of technology. So if you're studying
Thank you,
something that
Jesus.
doesn't, excuse
Oh,
me?
Lord, thank you, Jesus.
Emmanuel, can you please mute your microphone?
Oh, 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 oh.
Manual is in bed, guess Anna. Where was I? Build skills and financial basics. Okay, so doesn't matter what you're studying, the world is going towards AI. So go and do a course on Power BI. Go and do a course on blockchain. Um, go and do a course on Gen AI. So you need to just keep yourself up to date so that you can make your CV very, very attractive. So do not be boxed in only to what you're studying. Look for things that are aligned to what you're studying, and also add some things onto that. That's how you invest in yourself. So for those that are doing entrepreneurship, you invest money. For those that want a career, you invest. It's studying. It's skilling yourself up. That's how you scale yourself up. You need to also network with intent. I would really encourage everyone to not operate in silos. When I say operate in silos, all your friends are Liberian, or all your friends are West African, or all your friends are African. Your friends people that you know need to be from the world, so that you can hear about their experiences, ask them about different opportunities, so that you can know what is happening in different markets. And also, when you network with intent, you'd find that people introduce you to other people, and you get introduced to other people, and you broaden your network. For me, I think China is a very temporary thing. Um, I do not think all of us are going to be here forever. So that's why it's very important for you to consciously broaden your social circle. I know so my battery is going to die soon. So let me just speed up. I always have this conversation with Mason about let's broaden our circle. Let's meet new people, and I just do that because I want to have connections. I am going to be leaving AIB soon, and because of the connections that I've built, someone has already sent me offline. It's like, oh no, Chad, someone has asked me about this job. I said no. Can you please apply for it? I think your profile is good. Once you build once you're intentional about building your network, like I'm not even worried about, okay, I'm leaving, I don't have a job. I'm not worried about the next job because I know within my network, within my group, something is going to come up. And and that's basically I think how the world works. You get things and via other people because you know people. So really, my advice would just be to broaden your network, get to know people, um, broaden your network, get to know people so that you can make those connections. You can make those connections so that opportunities can flow your way. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, I think I've already touched on building an emergency fund. I think this is an emergency fund is so important, especially for us living in China. I mean, we know that a lot of things happen, and then unexpected costs come up, and we are running around looking for money, borrowing here and there. Again, the principle is to always start small. Have an emergency fund. It's a good discipline to have. Why it matters. Um, it's because when these unexpected things come up, you'd find yourself, doing interesting things to get money. So rather, just take some money, put it away, so that when anything happens, you know that that money has been designated for these kind of things. And also, maybe define what an emergency actually for you is. An emergency is not going to a vacation when your friends are going to a vacation. It's not going to Bali. Emergency is like something big happening. You need to pay but this is also not an emergency tuition because you know your tuition is coming. So plan and prepare for it. And I know that, there are struggles. It's not as easy as I'm saying it is easy, but the overwhelming thing that I want you to catch is that all I want you to do is to start very, very small. Start small and scale yourself up. Next slide, please. Okay. So, if you do have money that you want to put away, um, for things that you want to do, there are ways that you can save, and there are places that you can save. I know in the States you can buy some stocks. You can also at all your banks, I think at home, you can buy gold is a viable option. I'm sure there are fixed income investments, your money market investments that you can invest in. And This is just what my advice for you to do so that you can start building your investment portfolio. Before I bought a house, what I was doing is I was investing in property stocks. So I didn't have a house, but it's like, okay, if I'm not going to have a house, I'm still going to buy stocks um, in property. And then those stocks that I'm buying are appreciating at the same rate as which my house would have been appreciating. So yes, it's not, for example, let's say it's not a million rand house, but I've got 1,000 right in the bank that's earning the same kind of return that I would have had if I did have a house. So that was a little comfort for me. If you want that car, that Porsche, maybe go and buy some Porsche stocks, buy some Porsche stocks. You don't have the Porsche yet, but you've got shares. That would just assist you. This is how I'm saying you need to start small for the things that you want, for the things that you're working towards. So there are stocks that you can go and buy in various industries: telecoms, mining, hospitality, property. Some of the information I have put it over here. But if you guys have any questions about different investment opportunities,
Yep, I think we lost him. The battery went dead.
Mm, okay.
His battery went dead, so he might probably find a way to join us. But as of now,
Yeah, he's trying to join from his laptop. He's trying to join from his laptop.
um, Honorable MC, do you have anything to be taking us through while I was speaking?
Okay, so I guess every one of us were listening to our guest speaker or presenter. Well, I think I've learned few things already, and I've already started thinking. Like he said earlier about networking, setting vision for our financial goals, starting small, most especially the starting small hitting really hard. But it actually make a lot of sense though. Long-term vision beyond graduation, that's another focus point. And also for some of us, reducing our daily costs, keep social life low cost. Also protecting future income from inflation. That's another point too that really hits me. But actually it make a lot of sense. Really, really, really too much. I guess we've all learned, even if not everything, but we've been taking notes, and I think we have already started giving it some thoughts. So while we wait for our um presenter, I think we can share among ourselves. just what we've learned? Am I clear?
Yes, you are. Okay. But if you
So
have,
while we wait, anyone of us can just you
You
said
can
you say,
continue
sir?
talking at your friend. Busy can speak for his
Okay,
friend.
okay. The guest speaker will be coming shortly. He said in the next 3 minutes he will be joining. He's plugging his computer because he's currently home in South Africa. Um, Confidence, why you learn? Come and say it. Don't be hard in comment section. You ain't having your dormitory full with Corona empty bottle. As soon as there's the Corona empty bottle, you start laughing. Tell her why you learn. And you might not just
Tatiana,
learn it, but you must practice it.
I don't drink Corona.
Well,
I don't
confidence,
drink Corona so
confidence.
much.
Joe said he got access in Broadview.
No, that I'm busy, eh? Maybe girl, I'm busy.
Ah, okay, okay. Well,
Um,
let's see.
Is he back
Well, we
now?
can just share what we've learned. So.
I think we can just go to the fundraiser activities in the meantime
Okay.
while we are waiting our host to come, our guest speaker to come back.
Okay, so we'll jump right into our phone research without any delay.
all right.
Mr. President,
Yes. Um,
maybe you can take the floor.
yeah, so let's get a VP for the next section on overview, the overview first of the fundraiser, then we can go into that. So VP, if you are there, maybe you can just come in.
Yeah, yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but very low. You can just,
Let me use my microphone. Can
yeah.
you guys?
Yes, we can
Is
hear
it clear?
you.
Yes, yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
We need a phone raise out everything raising the phone about me good microphone. Okay. So I'd like to first of all start with this fact. Even though 90% of us on the platform are aware of, but it's good to keep repeating this so that we can have it at the back of our minds that LSUIC is all that we have. And in the voice of the National Secretary General, he would say that no, not him, but I think it's the former President Emeritus Ahmed Money Green. He would say your love for Liberia is also your love for LSURC. So once you love LSURC, you also love Liberia. And yeah, and I'll also like to inform us that this particular initiative is to actually help the student community. Because as we're all in this transitional phase, there are students who might not be as fortunate as you, and they might be needing some help, especially those who also contribute to the growth of LSUIC. We also like to extend hands to them. But as the saying goes, the monkey won't jump. I know the monkey won't jump, but the monkey hand short. So if you know you want to help out and your hand is short, you have to also um, seek funds. You have to ask others so that together, when everybody put their hands together, at least you have to claim and be able to help others. And that's the essence of this particular initiative. So again, it's to actually support student welfare, especially those students who are in need. So we are here to heal with your consciences to kindly make contributions. And I understand we all have different financial strengths, but we see your heart, and God sees your heart as well. And you also have to remember that there's no pocket that always spends goes empty. As you're pouring into others, God will support into you, because that is how it is. That is the principle that once you live upon that principle, whether you know Him or not, it works for you. So we are again pulling with your consciences to kindly make your contributions. We believe that little is much when God is in it. So with that being said, I will drop my microphone now and turn the platform over to the president so we can proceed with the rest of the activities that we have. Thank you. And I also didn't know, I didn't mention the amount. So we are hoping to raise 30,000 RMB, and I believe we can raise that money. So let me see how many persons are here. Even though we are about 22, but I believe we can raise that to 6,000, because why not? Tell me why not?
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, so since we've already like mentioned the amount, I will turn the platform over to the president, and whenever media begin to speak, and I'll mute the microphone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, VP. So those following us, welcome. This is the LSUIC second financial literacy program. And you hear what the National Vice President just stated. So at about this time, we'll be shifting a little bit into the fundraiser aspect. And I'm charged to say few things as well as introduce our sponsors and our launchers. And I hope that they are either here or a representative is here from either of them. So starting off firstly with our chief launchers, we have Honorable Esther W. Pogba, and Honorable Esther is the Secretary Counsel at the Liberian Embassy near Beijing, here in China. So if she's here or she has spoken with any of you to represent her tonight, you can kindly, unmute yourself and let's hear from her through you. If anyone is here representing my Esther, you can let us know. The next person is Honorable Musu Emilio Randolph Masakwe, also a chief launcher. Mus was here with us in China and at the Liberian Embassy as well, in the capacity that Honorable Esther is now serving. But as we have been informed, she has been reassigned to the UAE. And the situation there right now, it's a little bit tense. So she also sent in her words to the Office of the National Vice President. So we appreciate you, and we also pray that God grant you safety, wherever you are, Mamus. And up next is the two chief sponsors. And the first here is His Honor, Yami Wese Senior, as our chief sponsor. His Honor, Yami Wese Senior. Honorable Mason, if any of them already reached out to you, you can kindly just let us know.
Okay.
But we have our speaker is back with us. So maybe we can, while we're waiting on them, we'll get our speaker back so that he concludes, then we can we can come back to this session.
Okay, okay.
So, Honorable Speaker, let me put your slide back. It's good to see you again. Okay. All right. Can you see my slide?
Yes, I can see the slide. I'm on my phone, so it's a bit small. But yes, I can see it.
You can also
Okay,
use your
so
2 fingers and zoom it in from your phone. You can just
there we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you for that, Olano.
okay.
Yeah. We can move to the next slide. Next slide. Okay. So as I said in the beginning, we need to be looking at a 5 to 10 year strategy that you're going to build for yourself. Um, my advice is to think about your personal finances and think about your life as a company. So every year, a company would review their strategy, and the following year they would implement it. Every year, the company would also look at their 5 year strategy, see if they're still on track, and then also look at their 10 year rolling plan to see if they're on track or whether anything needs to be amended or to change so that we can adapt to current market realities. So I would also advise you to plan your life and think about your life as a company and start it now. So your finances, that all of that would be in your income statement. So you must know what your expenses are, what your income is, and then all of the assets that you've acquired, all of those things would be on your balance sheet. So as you're starting to think about your 10 year strategy, first starting point would be then to think about yourself as a company. So every single month, you need to go onto whatever platform you use to make all of your payments and start reviewing how you are spending your money. I know on Alipay, if you use Alipay to pay, Alipay can give you like a little pie chart so that you can see how much money is going to food, how much money is going to tuition, how much money is going towards leisure activities, how much money is going towards Didi. And then when you look at all of these things, you can then start formulating strategies in order for you to find places where you can save. Um, um, Find places where you can also then try and grow your money. So that would be the first step for me. It would be to think about yourself as a company. So if we're looking at building a 10 year financial strategy, from the first 1 to 5 years, you need to build your foundations. Most of you are in this first 1 to 5 years. So these first 1 to 5 years are very critical because all of the things that I was saying earlier on are the tools that you're going to need, that you're going to use in order for you to build a strong foundation for your next step. Getting your degree or getting your qualification is only one of the things that you need to work towards and leave China with. The other things that I've mentioned earlier on are part of the bricks that you need to lay as part of your foundation. So starting to save, starting to build your network, starting to think about what impact I can make at home, starting to think about where do I want to go next, and this place that I want to go next, what is required of me in order for me to get there. So in this first 1 to 5 years, basically what you're doing is you're putting together the bones of your life strategy. And then every single year, maybe around January, if that's what you want, every single year you then come back to your strategy and you review and see if you still want the same things. In years 6 and 8, you're focusing on your income growth and you're also focusing on your professional experience. So here, after you've built the blocks and now you've got your job, after you've built the blocks and now you've got a business running up, what you're focusing on now when you leave, because you already have the foundation. So in these 2 years, from year 6 to 8, what you're actually doing is you're scaling everything up that you've worked for during year 1 to 5. So year 6 to 8 is when we are starting to grow. We are now intentional. We at work. We are working towards a promotion. We are skilling ourselves up. So if you go the entrepreneur track, you're busy working on your business. If you're going the professional route for a career, you're working on getting that next promotion. You're adding things onto your CV, and you're also doing things around the company so that you can increase your visibility around the organization that you work, because that is how you get promoted. You get promoted by being seen, by doing high impact work. So once you do get into the work environment, you're going to get your routine tasks that you're going to be doing, but you need to get involved in the interesting extra projects that will be happening at your company, so that you can create visibility for yourself. Because when you go into the working world, you'd find that even there, things happen because people like you. So people don't like you, you're not being seen. This will then stifle your career growth. And then from years 9 to 10, you're looking at investments. For those of you that are on a career track, you can then start thinking about your side hustles. So basically, this is what your 10-year strategy is going to look like. But at every single point, please move to the next slide. But for every single point, what you'll be doing is you'll be using your strategy to see if you are still on track, or to see if some things need to change. This is reviewing your goals, it's reviewing all of your finances. And then with your finances, I would encourage you guys to start buying assets back home. Buy, whether it is machinery, land, whatever you can get your hands on. That if anything goes wrong, you can sell it or whatever, but accumulate things that have got value that you can use to create more value. Those are the things that you should be focusing on accumulating. So accumulating things that can create more value for you, whether it be things in business or whether it be something to add onto your CV. Being in China is a unique opportunity. Looking at where the world is currently, what is happening in the Middle East, what is happening in the West, it's a very unique opportunity to be in China. For those of you that know how to speak the language, that's a very unique skill that you have. So use this global advantage when you're applying for different opportunities. These skills to your advantage when you're applying for global opportunities. So when you're applying for your global opportunities, um, just know that you need to be um, prepared for all of the things that's about to come. So, in your 1 to 5 years, if you know that, okay, I want to move to the Netherlands, or I want to move to Japan, wherever you want to move, you need to know, okay, what is going to be required from me at year one, when you're already starting your degree, what's going to be required from me in order for me to get to the Netherlands? Whether it is visa things, whether it is how much cash do I need, or what company do I have to, what company would I work at if I want to move to the Netherlands? All of these things you are planning and you're formulating this as part of your foundation, so that when you're done and then you want to go into the global market, you are prepared. Number one, you've got all of the resources that you need, and there are opportunities for you to go into that market because you've been looking for these opportunities. Nothing happens, as I said, nothing happens overnight. So, planning for your next step needs to start at least two 2 years before you actually make that move. And making a move out of China is quite tricky, is difficult. So you need to start thinking about how you're going to ensure that that materializes now. And all of that will be part of your 10-year strategy for yourself as a company. Where do I see myself going? What do I want to do? Um, um, where do I want to live, etc., etc. Can you please move to the next slide? Again, this last slide, these slides can be shared. Um, Basically, just talks about how you can leverage what you're learning and turning it into impact. I'm going to come back to a previous point that I've made. Once you um, once you start opening up yourself to other social circles, like for example going to internations by doing Toastmasters, you find out, what other people are doing around the cities that you live in. There are like a few international companies in China that offer internships. So the bank that I work for, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, they offer internships. There's a cohort of interns that they take in every year. So it doesn't matter from what country you are from. There's no restrictions. Um, there's about 30 people that they take in every year to come and work at the bank as an intern for about 2 months. So look up Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. There are intern opportunities for people like doing communications, doing law, doing different environmental studies. Of course, people that are studying different parts like of finance. So the group that they bring in every year is quite broad. I know that the New Development Bank, the bank that I worked at before AIB, also has interns, but that's just a bit more limited. It's limited to member countries of the BRICS bloc. Um, but even so, if you make friends with various people, they'll always be able to point you to different places where you can find opportunities. The opportunities are there. It's just, I think maybe they are just a little bit hidden. So if you open yourself to meeting different people, you never know what you might find. Can we please move to the next slide?
Yeah, I think that was the last
And
one.
that's it. And that's it. Okay. Yes, that's it then from me. Has anyone got any questions? Any thoughts? Mason, at least you must ask me a question.
Well, um, thank you so much, sir, for that insightful presentation.
Sorry?
So, yeah, I believe that we've all learned something. Me myself, I've learned something impactful, and I have a question before going to the audience. Am I clear?
Yes, you're clear.
Okay. So,
Hi.
Olive, we can't hear you again. So while we await you, we can take Honey. Honey, your hand is raised. You can just say your full name. Your Zoom name here is Honey. Kind of unmute yourself and
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mercy Honey George. My question is, I think it was about the second or third slide. I really can't remember, but he did mention something about property investment, which I found very interesting. So I wanted to know or ask the question on that, like how do I go about investing into properties that will like benefit me like in the nearest future? That's my question.
Okay. So first way, how to invest in property, I would say go and buy land if you can. But if you don't have enough money for land, I would then say go and invest in stocks. Um, uh, I would advise you to go and check. Just quickly Google this. Check, are there any online investment platforms um, for individuals? This is what you need to Google. Any online investment platforms for individuals in Liberia. Here in SA, we've got the app is called Easy Equities. So just note this down. We've got easy equities. So on easy equities, what you can basically do on easy equities, you can go and look at all of the industries, right? All of the companies that are listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and then you go to the property industry section, and then you can then go and see all of the property companies, companies that do commercial property, companies that also do developments, companies that do real estate. All of them would be listed there, and then you can go and see what the price of a stock is, and then go and buy a few stocks. Remember, uh, if you're going to want to invest in stocks, want to invest in equities, want to invest in shares, you need to have a long-term outlook on it. Your money is not going to double overnight. So just as if you go and buy a house, the house doesn't double overnight. These things, property takes a couple of years to appreciate. But the growth in a property portfolio is relatively very stable unless a big shock happens in that market. Also, then I haven't looked into getting any American stocks, but American stocks are also easy to get. So go and Google. I haven't done anything American, only South African stocks, and the app that I use is Easy Equities. So go again on the website. American stocks to invest in for individuals that are not US citizens. There should be platforms and places where you can invest should pop up. Do look and research the integrity of whatever platform that you are using. If you're not sure, you can always pop Mason a message, and he can then just direct it to me, and then I'll just go and check it out for you to see if it's a reputable agency where you can buy your stocks. I hope that answers your question, honey.
Yes, very much. Thank you very much. Lastly, I I need clarification on something.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I don't have a means of getting something tangible in my country or like in my setting, right? To go and buy,
Yeah.
let's especially when it comes to the stock market. So is it possible that I can like invest into other stock market like Airbnb or something? Is it like
Yes.
advisable,
Yes.
or I have to
Yes.
do
Yes.
from? should it just be from my country, or as long as like it's eligible and like an authentic site or company that I can invest in? Is that going to work?
That would definitely work. So, like I said, um, go Airbnb. You can, I'm sure, you can go on the website, go on Google, and just research online platforms to make investments in the US for non-US citizens. All of the companies like Airbnb. I think I also saw it on Easy Equities. All of the companies that are listed. On I think it's the Dow Jones listed on that stock exchange, all of those companies would pop up. Some companies are dual listed, so a company can be listed in the states, and it can be listed here in SA. Can be listed at at on various stock exchanges. So hopefully you can take advantage of some of the stocks in the US. And I definitely think it is possible because I do have friends that have got US investments and they're not US citizens. I just haven't looked into it. But I definitely think the first step is just to go and find an online platform. Just make sure that platform is legit. If you're unsure, you can send it to me, and I am sure that you'll be able to buy Airbnb stocks on that platform. I will just go and do some research myself, and then um, send some of the information to Mason. I see a comment came through can about Easy Equities. Easy Equities is a South African platform. Can foreigners outside of SA allowed to use? If yes, what online banking apps and wallets do you need? What's the process like? I'm not sure if foreigners can use Easy Equities. I'll have to go and check. Um, but if foreigners are able to use Easy Equities, as long as you have a Visa or a MasterCard, you'd be able to transfer your money into the stocks. So you wouldn't need a South African bank. You would just need to put on your card details of your Visa card or your MasterCard. The Chinese bank cards won't work because that's Union Pay. So Union Pay, I doubt it will work. It doesn't work here in South Africa. So if you're able to use the app, you can use the app. Um, um, you wouldn't need a South African account. You just need to use your Visa or your MasterCard. I hope I answered your question, Talo.
Yeah, so Olive, if you are there, you can take control, but maybe in the meantime, we have one more here in the comment section from Confidence as Dole. Could you also speak on stock investment, like to elaborate a little more on stock investment?
You'd have to tell me, it's very, very broad. You have to tell me what you actually want to know. Okay. So, there's different kinds of investments. The first one that doesn't have a lot of requirements are money market investments. Money market investments are very, very safe. Doesn't have a lot of requirements in order for you to invest in that particular type of pool, but the return on money market investments is really not that high. Then you have your another pool of investments, a fixed income investment. So a fixed income investment is money that you put away for a fixed period of time, and it will earn interest. That's usually, I find it's usually between 3 to 8%, depending on the country, depending on the jurisdiction. It offers a bit higher return than money market, but not the return is not that high. It's only around about 8%, and the time period that you usually would be investing in fixed income would have to be um, at least a year. More than a year, the longer you invest, the higher interest you would earn. The shorter time period that you invest, the lower the interest would be. Then we then move to the most risky kind of investment, which is investing in stocks, because share prices, they go up and down. All of you saw what was happening with the Tesla share price when Elon was doing everything with Doge. So stocks are like can be a really risky kind of investment, but you then need to have a long-term view when you are investing in stocks. So for someone that is new to investing in stocks, I would say go for companies that have got a good reputation. Do not go for companies that are startups, companies that do not have that haven't been around for too long as a start. And then as you get more comfortable with the types of investment decisions that you're making, then you can go for the bit more risky stocks. So your property stocks, your mining stocks, all your different kinds of industries, these stocks can be relatively stable. Um, can be relatively stable. Then you can then move to investments that are a bit more riskier, if you've got that appetite. But as you starting to invest, I would say do things that are safe, simple, and easy, and then you start scaling yourself up. How can an individual become financially self-disciplined? And lastly, when is the rightful time to accept stakeholders in an institution or an entity? Like, I think the self-discipline, in order for you to build the self-discipline, like I said earlier on, I think you need to just start small. And if starting small, it may sound silly. If starting small means you need to go and buy a money box so that you can go and withdraw 10 RMB and put it in your money box and put your money box under the bed, right? If that's what it means, then do it. At the end of the year, just look at how well you did, right? So that's another thing. You financially disciplined by saving, and I would advise you to start small. Also, another tool that you can use, like I said, review your expenses, review your income on a monthly basis. um, um, for those of you that are studying finance, you know that every month you've got a month end where you're closing your books and you're reviewing your trial balance, you're reviewing your balance sheet. Have that same discipline for yourself where you go through your expenditure and check, okay, where is my money actually going? You'd find that there's a lot of purchases here and there, subscriptions that you're paying for, this that you're paying for, that is just chowing your money. So it's very important for you to go back to your bank statement, go back to your transactions and review so that you can adjust and fix the way you spend. I'm not sure I understand the last question. What's the rightful time to accept a stakeholder in an institution? I'm not sure. What kind of stakeholder?
Okay, so later if you're there, you can unmute yourself and better explain your question. The hand of our Gaje is up, so if you're there, please unmute yourself. I think you
What
also.
are the
Hello,
okay?
Prezo.
Okay, later you can go ahead and explain your question properly.
Yeah, my question here is I'm asking, like, you have an entity, you have institution like school, maybe something like hospital. So probably you will want to have other people to come in and try to do some investment. So when you think is the rightful time to accept them over, when do you think would be the rightful time? That's the question I'm asking.
Okay.
When would be the rightful time to accept so you're asking me if you're running your business, when
Yeah.
would be the right time to accept people to come in and help you run it?
No,
Yes, sure, sure.
to come in like maybe
Like to buy
shareholders.
shares to
No,
become shareholder in your business.
yeah, that's my point. It's either shareholder or stakeholder, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So
Okay,
that's what.
so
Yeah. what I want to know, because like you have some people be saying like, oh, I'm a 5% shareholder, I'm a 10% shareholder. So I want to know, when do you think it will be the rightful time to accept such people?
So let's go back. You're looking at remember I was talking about having a 10-year strategy, right? So you're asking me about when would be the right time to accept someone in your business. When your business, maybe when you at the time that your business needs to grow. Um, so you've got your business and you need to open up another location. That is now when you invite shareholders to come and buy shares. So currently, if the business is only owned by you, you've got 100% shareholding of your business. But now you want to open up a second location of your shop. A second location of your shop is going to need, let's say, 1,000 RMB. You will then put together a proposal. Okay, what do we need to do? What I'm going to do? How's the second shop? Where? Da, da, da. Everything's going to be in your proposal. You give it to a potential shareholder. They review and they'll tell you, okay, I will give you this 1,000 for a 10% stake in your business. So then when this person gives you the 1,000, they are injecting capital into your business for you giving them shares, which then effectively also then dilutes your shareholding. So now you would then own 90% of the business. This other person would own 10. So um, the simple answer is you accept new people in your business when there's a need for you to accept new people in your business, and that basically really happens when your business needs to grow but you do not have the capital in order for your business to grow. So then what do? You sell some of your shares in order for capital to be injected into your business. I hope that answers your question.
Oh yes, so I still question of, yeah, of course you do answer my question. But at what percentage? Because like sometimes you have 60%, which will be the owner of the business, will have, and then 40%. So in between, you think at what percentage can be given out to shareholders?
What you're asking me is you're asking me to explain how these strategic decisions actually happen. So uh, let's say a company wants to expand, right? The board of directors will have a meeting to say, guys, we need new capital. Then what they would do is they would say, okay, there's more shares that we are going to issue. And basically, then more investors then can basically come in. When we're looking at the value of the company, what we do is we do a discounted cash flow model, right? So we do a discounted cash flow model. We basically take all of the income, all of the expenses, right? um, we project what the income expenses would be maybe over a 10-year, 20-year period, right? We then discount that to present day value, and then that would then be the value of the company, right? And if we've got 100 shares, we take that entire value that we got from the DCF, right? And then we divide it by 100 shares. So each share would be worth X and XYZ, right? Um, then after that, okay, this is the value of the company. Okay, we need additional money to grow. And then you'd find that shareholders start either you can buy shares from someone or the company can issue new shares. But what you're asking me is quite a complicated investment decision process, because first we need to start by, okay, by looking at the business plan, by looking at the strategy. Where's the company going? Okay, we need to open up 5 more banks across the world. We need money to open up these banks. What are we going to do? Are we going to go and get debt? Because that's another source of funding your business. Are we going to get debt, or we're going to go and get capital? And by the way, you raise capital is you raise capital by issuing shares. So the more shares you buy in a company, the higher your percentage goes up. So if you buy 50 of the 100 shares, you're owning 50% of the company. If you buy 10 of the 100 shares, you own 10% of the company. You can buy your shares, someone can buy shares from you. The board can decide we're bringing in new shareholders. These are all part of the investment decisions companies make when they are looking at their 1 year, 5 year, 10 year strategy.
Okay, so we having so many questions coming in, but let's take the first one from Bagaje. This question says, what are the biggest mistakes graduates make when using their saving to start a business back home?
The biggest mistake, okay. I think the biggest mistake graduates are making is, and it's controversial, but let's have a conversation about it. Graduates are using their savings to start businesses back home, but they are not at home. They're not at home. So it's very difficult for you to be running something that you're starting from China, because people that you're going to be entrusting really don't, your business is your baby, really don't care about your business, I guess, as much as you would. So I would then advise, and this is what I've advised one of my friends that's starting a business back home. I told her, um, what we need to do in this time that we're in China is we need to make sure that we are buying your equipment for your business back home, and then we are storing it so that when you leave, you're going to have your savings intact for the next phase of your life. All of your equipment that you need for your business is going to be there. Then when you go home, you then start scaling up your business with you present in the country. I think that's for me, sending things home and not being there to oversee and to oversee. I think is one of the biggest mistakes. I would rather um, set my business up by buying everything that I need. If you are going to go into clothes, I would rather put all of the money away, buy everything when I leave, right, and then start setting my business up when I'm there. But if it's something online and you can do it, yeah, you can do it from China. But I think really you need to be present because I hear like a lot of stories, sending things back home and then there's issues, there's this, there's that. So I think rather buy the stuff that you need, store it, have it there, and then when you move, you start scaling up.
Okay, so the next question is based on the slide that we currently have. And his question is, for students who cannot save at least 500 RMB monthly, what alternative strategy would you recommend as they prepare to return home?
Ooh. So can't save 500 a month. Then try and save less. um, Try and save less. If you can't do 500 a month. Also, an alternative strategy, if you can't do 500 a month, right? Um, if you can't do 500 a month, an alternative strategy would be to get into a savings club with your friends and see how much money you guys can pull together. Uh, by doing that, research Stockfell. That's a way that I think if I can't save, if I want to save towards a large amount, I would always pull my friends in and say, let's do a Stockfell of maybe 2,000 RMB. Then I get to that 10,000 RMB, and then I know I'm just going to be paying it off. I guess a Stockfell or just try and save less. Remember in the beginning, I said start as small as you can. If it means 10 RMB a month, that's okay. What you're trying to do is to build that discipline of knowing that you do put away money every month. And if you can't put away money every month, then when you do get money, put away at least 10%. When something does come in, put yourself in the habit of always, okay, if I get something, if a friend gives me, a hong bao, I don't know how to pronounce it, you then take 10% of that and you put it away. Just it's all about building in that discipline. I hope I've answered your question. I don't think I've answered it very well.
Okay, there is one here from F. Amos Saleh, and his question is, how can business students in China meet potential factories for startup businesses?
I will. So I'm not in the buying and selling of stuff in China. But I have got it like under. I know that a lot of people visit factories in Guangzhou, in Yiwu, and go and speak to suppliers. It's really all about what your group, your friendship group, what they're doing. So you would know which factories to go and speak to by speaking to people. Um, yeah, I'm sorry I can't give you a lot of information on that. I think you would just have to go and find out from the guys that are in Guangzhou how they do it. I know there's a lot of online things on Instagram of people visiting factories and checking factories out. So just maybe go and do that research. I'm sorry I can't help you that much with that. It's not really my area of expertise.
Okay, so Olive, you can take over. I think we are done with the audience.
Okay. Thank you everyone for your questions and thank you for giving me time to speak to you. Thank you also, Mason, for inviting me. And I know this is a fundraising event, so I would also just like to pledge 2,000 towards your student union.
Ooh.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Adams, Financial Secretary.
Thank you so much. I'm taking down
I
notes.
hope I hope you are taking okay. That's great.
And
So
if
thank you everyone for your go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Sorry,
You're
can I
saying
just
something.
just the last thing? If anyone has questions, just direct your questions to Mason. I will go and do research and try and draft or type something for you. Um, if you've got anything that is still unclear, definitely you can reach out to me.
Okay, I think everyone heard what he said. Thanks to everyone for their participation. Thank you, Mr. Adams. That
It's a
was
pleasure.
so impactful. We appreciate you so much. We now proceed to the overview of the fundraiser, and I would like to turn this forum over to Honorable Rufin. The floor is yours, ma'am. Rufin N. Harmon, National Vice President of LSUIC. You here?
Um, Olive, just turn
Miss
the platform over to the president.
Miss Harmon?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yes,
okay, Mr.
yes,
President, you can take over from here.
I'm here, but I think the president is the one.
Okay, so we were on this episode of the program before we got our speaker back, and I will just call the names of the chief launchers and sponsors, and then we can go over the other names that we have. For the chief launchers, we have Honorable Esther W. Kwakwa, First Secretary at the Liberian Embassy near Beijing here in China. If you have any representative here, you can just unmute your mic or use the chat session and let us know if there's any message from the person. We'll flow in that direction. The next person is Honorable Musu Amelia Randolph Masakwe, who was here with us in China as well at the embassy, but now I've been researched you to the UAE at the Liberian Embassy there. I think the Vice President already gave the NEC feedback on Madam Masakwe. So for our two chief sponsors, His Honor Yamin Basic Senior, and also to our Honorable Ambassador, His Excellency Ambassador Dukle Michael Thomas, Ambassador of the Liberian Embassy here in China. Honorable Mason, if you got any feedback from any of these people, you can just unmute yourself as well and let us know so that we can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. The Honorable COC1 is here. He will speak he will speak on behalf of one of the chief sponsor. So Honorable COC1 Talo, can you please unmute yourself, please? Or you can type in the comment section if you're okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm here. The honorable sent $500 for the union as its contribution, and the money is currently in a UB account that will be withdrawn tomorrow. Withdrawn tomorrow rather, and will be sent to the ref for China through the honorable COC2, and then she will deliver that to you.
All right. When you said the
Thank
Honorable,
you,
are you
thank you,
speaking
thank you.
about His Honor Yamin Basic Senior or the Ambassador? Which one of them?
Yeah. The honorable Wese.
Okay, all right.
Chief Justice.
Yeah.
And then for the other person, I'm expecting from them almost maybe this week. This new week rather, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, all right, thank you. So the Chief Justice of Liberia has sending his contribution. Okay, so we'll move on to the remaining two launches. The Judiciary Board of LSUIC, headed by His Excellency Honorable Moses Kingsford Flomo. If you are here, or if you have already met the office of the Financial Secretary, maybe we can get an update on that.
JB1 is here. You unmute himself and speak.
Okay. Honorable JB1, the senior JB for Liberia already.
JB for Liberia, JB for China, come to.
Yeah. JB to JB.
Can you get me, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting you.
Yeah, so, okay. Thanks to the Financial Secretary, National Financial Secretary for organizing such a unique occasion where we got our speaker presenting such a great piece. And to our speaker for the program today, let me extend my profound gratitude to you for taking off your time to elucidate on such a unique platform of LSUIC that we were all able to take something or take from your speech today. Again, bravo. Wherever those words came from, I pray that you replenish. Mr. President, I'm seeing that you and your financial secretary trying to set me up. How can you compare me with the national Judiciary Board of the Republic of Liberia? Albeit, what I will do in my own capacity, I will try to pay at least 0.005% of what you anticipate to achieve from this program. So I will try 0.005% before the end of April. I will try that. So I will get to the financial secretary with that contribution before the end of April. Thank you, Mr. President, and thanks to the Financial Secretary, National Financial Secretary, for organizing such a unique program. And thanks to everybody.
All right.
Come again with the percentage. Come again with the percentage, please.
0.005.
I will pay 0.005% of what you anticipate to achieve.
All right. Yeah, I think the financial team have their target amount, so you just find 0.005% of that amount. Maybe that should be around 150 or so. But let's move on. Thank you so much, Honorable Judiciary Bowl 1, our senior adjudicator, Honorable Moses Kingsford Flomo, who also served the Council of Coordinators and during the leadership of Honorable Johnson. So, any scholar here at any point in time, you feel like you want to leave or you have urgency, the QR code is already here, so you can just free to scan it. The green one, if you don't know, the green one is for WeChat, and the blue one here is for Alipay. You can also take a screenshot of it at any point in time, and just scan it and send something. Thank you, and may God bless you. So let's move on to the list of sponsors. The third person we have here is Dr. Thomas N. Tuet Jr. Dr. Thomas N. Tuet Jr. I don't know.
This is Bella. So I submitted a name.
Okay.
And he hasn't replied yet though. But like I said, hopefully this coming new week, he will. So I'll get back to you, but if he does not, I will let you guys know about it.
All right. Thank you so much. Like the COC is really involved into this and doing a great job. Thanks to the Council of Coordinators. We highly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. The next person is Mr. Thomas D. Garnett. Mr. Thomas D. Garnett. Giving an update from him or the representative.
Okay. Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I being heard?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was told Mr. Thomas Garnett will speak to me before the end of next week.
Okay.
So yeah, he will speak to me privately.
All right. Like Nicodemus went to speak to Jesus privately. Okay, the hand of our Honorable COC2 and coordinator of Shanxi Province.
Mr. President, sorry, I heard my CSC one talking, so I just believe that it was concerning us. But please, I don't know how the list was given. Where you see a name that was given by the COC, any member of the COC, but maybe they wrote our name before the name. For example, I gave a name, maybe they put my name before that name or after the name. You don't even have to stress to call the name because the council will raise the money per name that was given to the financial secretary and presented to him as a bulk fund. Okay. So you don't need to stress yourself about that. All the names that comes from COC, you don't have to call it be a name or entity or whatever.
All right. The way I receive it, it don't have the name of the person, so that's why. I don't know which one is for the
Okay, no problem.
So when I call them,
okay, then go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just jump away, away. But thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, so the next person is Mr. Christian N. Nat. Mr. Christian N. Nat. I think that's Christian Nat. I was in Beijing.
Yes, so the communication was sent out to Christian, but he hasn't given any feedback yet. So hopefully before the end of the month, we'll keep checking in with him, but I'm missing him like bro and bro has, so.
Okay, all right. So the next person is Honorable Aaron Toa Guanu. There at the Liberian Embassy in Paris. Once LSUIC scholar. Any update? Because the last time I reminded him about the
He
program.
spoke to you, right?
Yeah, he said he was informed, so and the information was shared with him. But so we'll check on him after here. The next person is Mr. Dennis B. Zina Jr., a former judiciary board member of LSUIC. Honorable Vice President, do you have anything to say about Honorable Zina?
Yeah. Mr. Zina contributed 500 and that was already sent to Mason. I think I shared the info in the NEC group.
Okay. Thank you, and thanks to Mr. Zina for your contribution. We all appreciate. You also serve, now you're also contributing financially. One of LSUIC former members as well, Mr. Bob Willie Case Launter Jr., who served the Secretariat under the leadership of Honorable Whitfield. I think he should now be in India. And an update from Mr. Launter Jr.
Well, giving them in a letter. We have our dad so but that is Mr. Surprise in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Now you have an yeah, oh you
Amen.
on Facebook, yeah, you are.
I'm sure.
Mr. Spontaneous, please surprise us, surprise us.
All right. Yeah, so the next person is Mr. Luke Senyawakra, who served as the senior adjudicator of LSUIC under the leadership of Honorable Johnson. Any representative or any word from Mr. Okra? And an update from him. I also learned that he's been in Liberia as well. Since the beginning of our leadership, he transitioned to Liberia. So he's not in China. But any update from him? Are we missing? Or
Not yet,
there's
not
no
yet.
updates.
oh, okay.
There's no updates.
All right. So President Emeritus, His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Amoni Green. Any update from Honorable Green? If any representative.
Not yet.
Okay. The next person is Miss Miape K. Gonepa, if the name is pronounced rightly. Miss Miape K. Gonepa, and then message. Up next is Mr. Lincoln Weir. Mr. Lincoln Weir.
No update yet. No update yet from Mr. Weir.
Okay. Former National Vice President Emeritus, and you also served LSUIC, I think, for 2 weeks as president, as national president. Honorable Gideon F. Sori. Any update from Honorable Sori?
No, there's no update. I think I sent him a reminder message, but he didn't say anything. So hopefully before the end of the month, we'll keep checking in with him.
Okay, so the next person is his boss man, His Excellency Honorable Jacob C. Johnson. Honorable Jacob C. First Johnson. Any feedback?
No. He told me he was joining, but I will keep reminding him.
Okay, all right. The next is Mr. Roberto Reeves. I don't know if it's the one from Sujo, but Mr. Roberto Reeves.
Yeah, from Sujo.
Okay. And up next is Mr. Philip Bagan. Mr. Philip Bagan. I think he should be in Liberia as well. He was here in Hanjo.
Yeah. He said he would get back to me. He'll get back to me before the end of the week, but let's see from now to next week.
Okay. So up next is Mr. and Mr. Lafito. I think that should be one of the coordinators.
That's from the coordinators. So we can skip.
Honorable Verma Sherman. Mr. and Mr. Lafito.
We can skip the coordinators.
Okay.
The coordinators said we should skip their names.
All right. This one is coming from Kapow Cosmetics CEO, our COC2. What's COC2? Kapow. Kapow.
Ahmed, call my full name.
Kapao letter came from the
Sunflower,
COC.
Agada, Flomokwe, Alma.
Kapao letter is Kapao letter is under the COC, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kabao, lagging the whole council. All right, so another council member, Honorable Albert. I don't know if he coming here as individual also from the council, but Honorable Albert B. Weir, coordinator of Shandong Province. And then, yeah, the other one.
Yeah, he's coming from the council. He's coming from the council.
Okay, so I think so far so good. That's all of the names that I have, and we will now switch over to our people here on Zoom. So please.
No, Prezo.
Yeah.
Check. Prezo, check the launcher.
The launcher, one person left. That's Mr. Momo Kamara.
Yeah, okay. I spoke to him. He said he will speak to me this week. Before this weekend, he will speak to me.
All right. Yeah, so that's all that I have. So at this point, I'm going to switch over to all of us here on Zoom. We are 22. So if you leave, I already taken a screenshot of it. If you leave, we will go behind you. At 22 person here, Nana. Yeah. So, okay, 21. Somebody not go. Somebody not go. But let's start from Honorable Gaje, Senate President of Wuhan. Honorable Gaje, you can just scan the code and I'm making a pronouncement. Sign no pledge, please. Sign no pledge. If that 10 kwase you get, just give it. It's okay. Don't pledge, will take you. That 10 kwase you get, just give it. Honorable Gaje.
So I just step in and my power was going all day, just call me.
More power. Let's hear from you, Honorable. You're representing a great city. So while we're waiting to hear from Gaje, we will now hear from Abdul. Abdul, you can either scan a QR code or you can unmute yourself and let's hear from you or use the chat session. Abdul, I'm sure it's Abdul Kone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just joined. So just joined a bit late.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are welcome. You're not late.
Yeah.
You're not late. You are welcome. So at this point, we are trying to at least just get on a 5 kwa 10 kwa say. There you come.
Okay. Let's get now.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Council member, we know you guys have your names and all of that, but we still call you out as you are here. And one of the most consistent scholar of LSUIC and now coordinator of Herbe. She said she didn't let honorable name, but I'll still put it there. Honorable Teresa Sampson. Honorable Teresa, you can kindly unmute yourself. Let's hear from you. And then,
so I just in the code.
Oh, okay. Honorable Mason, please. If you are getting a light, please just let you got to call their money, but
yeah, I receive it.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Magaje. Abdul, if you already did the same, you can just also let us know. Maybe not just them. If you want to call the amount to shock all of us, that's also great. So let's move on quickly to.
Yes, I did.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abdul.
Okay. More money by running two.
All right. So up next is the city president of Changsha, Honorable Gia.
Yes, I already did.
Perfect. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I receive it.
Thank you, Honorable man. Thank you, Honorable City President. Changsha is represented fully. Thank you. Up next is Honorable Confidence S. Doe. You know, Honorable Doe served as Secretary for the Independent Elections Commission twice, and he's currently serving as the Secretary of LSUIC Constitution Review Committee. Right now,
even with all the profile, even with all that profile,
and interestingly, if you're following the debate, he was here as one of the judges during the just ended 2026 intercity presidential winter debate. So we are hoping to hear from
Mason get changed for me, eh?
Mason get money for me.
I gave you all your money. I take 40
You
and
raise
pay
the
the other
battle
one to
cry.
you.
You
I said,
raise
penny.
the battle cry for the man.
Honorable
Raise the
Doe.
battle cry.
Honorable Doe, are you scanning or you are?
Honorable Doe, we are going live on Facebook, Honorable
I
Doe.
will speak.
Announce
I will
it.
speak to Mason. Don't worry, guy.
Okay,
Mason will
Mason
advise. Mason will advise on the amount. Mason
All
will
right.
advise on the amount in my DM.
Honorable Doe.
I tell you. I tell you. Okay, so we move on. Honey, if you are there, you asked a very wonderful question, and I got a perception like you are probably into business or maybe finance and all of that. Honey, if you are there, kind of unmute yourself. Let's hear from you, honey. Honey, you calling the name? Say, honey.
I'm
Okay.
here. I'm here.
Wow. Let's hear from you.
I don't even know what to say, but you guys said there is no pledge, and I just joined abruptly. I didn't know what was going on, so I'm not sure if it's okay to say, okay, I'm going to pledge or not. Maybe I'll see some other day. I do have Macy contact, so whenever I can, I'm going to reach out to him if that's okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you. At any point in time, you can just scan a 5 quasset, 10 quasset. At this point in time, you can stay calm. The QR code is on the screen, so you can just scan at any point in time. But thank you so
Yes,
much as
please.
well.
Okay.
Up next is Honorable Talo Beche. You know, he is the senior coordinator of the Council of Coordinators. And Honorable Che has been in China with LSUIC specifically for quite a long time now.
Man, you gotta talk to
So
my
he's not.
don't my biography.
Party chairman.
Man, the thing here is that you guys call names, you call it the COC name. Okay, we received a letter too as well. So
Don't
the
worry. LSUIC is my partner.
The COC is working for our own end, and every member of the COC is working towards that one goal. So you guys have to forgive us. We get money to get public right now.
Okay. So that means, okay, number one, all the COC members will contribute. Number two, all their names they also submitted. Wow, that's great. That's great. If that's what the council is doing, then that's great. You are a man of the word, so I will hold you by your word.
Wait. The thing is that I'm not the financial person. The honorable COC can I just speak to that though.
I mean, we don't want money from the COC right now. Yeah, we want money from your package, your wallet,
exactly.
your Alipay, your WeChat.
Well, I'm telling you that a letter was given to us.
Mr. President, Honorable COC wanted me can support you in anything. Mr. President, the COC one already said, you know, each of the COC, each member in a council is contributing towards this fundraiser individually.
Wow.
In addition to that, we are also contributing from extension. That is, each person is going to contribute in two different means, individually and by extension of whatever way come.
Wow.
So you just forgive us if we send 20 or 30 to never beg you.
Exactly.
And there are some provinces that also receive letters. So you just forgive us to never beg you. We come into Mason. Mason already know here what tell her.
Okay. All right. COC 1, COC 2, they are
man, my wallet closed. My wallet can open time.
But when Olive camera was on, I saw somebody.
Mason, please check your WeChat. Please check your chat, yeah?
Okay. Thank you, COC too.
Olive, can you please turn on your camera? Olive, come out our host for tonight. And I saw somebody like Francis Bully when your camera was
exactly, Francis, come.
Okay, so Francis,
come.
I want to by her hair. I gotta know you, Francis. By her hair. You want to work with 500 plus RMB of recent. Do you have anything? Do you have 5 quad, 10 quad to contribute to LSUIC? Francis?
I thought Francis said he used to be in the room there because the debate finished. Francis stay in the room.
President is just from church and he brought food for me. So
okay, Francis, thank you For bring.
Why am I
Francis,
going
let
to
me hear
base
from
with
you.
you?
Please scan a QR code, Francis. Please scan a QR code. The Alipay and WeChat.
I've sent to him already because he don't have his phone right now.
I'll send 20, guys. I'll send 20.
Okay. Thank you, Francis. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Francis.
Francis is
Up
a
next.
kind guy.
Yeah, he's a kind guy. Provider food and then provider 10-20 kwa. That's
So don't know with that. Not even two at this time.
okay. So we'll move on a little bit to, the champion say is doing a very great job. And one person in our champion say that's also doing a tremendous work there is Honorable Gabriel S.P. Kuhn. Honorable Kuhn, let's hear from the president of WUHU, from the same province of the COC1, Honorable Che.
Yeah, so I will send 38.
Okay, 38 is coming from the city of WUHU, the province of Anhui. Anhui in the building. Thank you so much, Honorable Kuhn. We move on a little bit now to let's see. I think I gotta go back to Olive. Olive, let's also hear from you. Olive, let's hear from you.
So actually, I've decided to send my contribution to Francis. He'll just send everything together.
Oh, okay. So 20,
Yeah.
you should be expecting more than 20. So that's good.
Exactly.
Thank you.
More than 24. Not specific. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Olive. And Guejo, Gueyan, you guys are fully represented. Thank you so much. We move on
La
to
Balatro se dijo now. I said Guyan, la Balatro se dijo.
Yeah, Guyan is doing a great job. Let's see who here have not been called. Who's using this Redmi Note? Okay. I think everybody here have already called in. Was there NEC member now?
You didn't call Lady of Vogon.
We've not heard Mason. We've not heard Mason.
Okay.
Let's start with Mason.
Preso.
Yeah.
Self. Uncle Mason. Hey, you want to put me in the preso pocket now? That can say in the preso, but so that you will cut my neck.
Let's hear from you. If the draft facer you bring from Labrador for LSUIC is at least. Let's hear from you.
No, I'm not in Labrador. I told you in the east of Africa to Kenya, not Labrador.
Oh, yeah, let's take a draft in Kenya. But let's hear from you.
Okay, now, like you said previously, I won't say what I have to say, but amazing. Mommy, you say my hit in your mouth or your press or amazing, you understand? So, let's see, right after the program, then I will see. I said spin here, Ryan.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, I will see. Just
all right. So let's
who is Abdul? Oh, Abdul already saw me.
Abdul already did.
Okay.
So at this point we have exhausted all of the names since the NEC member and council members, they are also doing the same thing. So we shouldn't call their names. But we can also open it up to any other person here. But let's hear from Honorable Mason. Honorable Mason, this is directly from your office. Though you are NEC member, the speaker contributor is, I think he said 2,000 RMB. And it seems like you are closer to that speaker. And by extension, you are also the speakers in South Africa. And you also have a network, according to you in the chat session, because you have a network. So let's hear something from you, Honorable Mason. LSUIC National Financial Secretary General. Jerry Alan Cosmarini. Damn it, you can't run away. Honorable Mason.
Yeah. Prezo.
Go ahead.
The NECs will speak. I can lead the NEC and can speak by myself. No. And secondly, my party chairman, Talo Boyachie, Honorable COC 1. The man said we are speaking as a team. NEC as a team, COC as a team. So I will abide, I will listen to that man and take his advice and reduce my height.
Okay. But I think
But I will speak to
don't
my
know this
I will
person
speak I will
name.
speak to my Alipay. I will speak to my Alipay.
Okay. But interestingly, we saved the last for the we saved the best for the last though. I'm trying to flip it around a little bit. I think you saw last week. So she's still having that title. Honorable Quinita Jerez Johnson, Secretary of the Academic Excellence Committee, by far the most productive and hardworking committee. And she's also the champion say. She just like, having LSUIC moving very strong in her own capacity. Honorable Quinita Jerez Johnson, if you are there, let's hear from you, ma'am. Let's hear from
you. Jefferson, oh my God, I was so excited just that the person passed over me not knowing. Okay. I will reach out to Honorable Medicine.
Okay.
I will reach out to him right away to
All right.
send my little competition.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable. I think so far that's all of the names that we have here. But if you are following via Facebook, via YouTube, at any point in time, you come across this video and you want to support the Liberian students studying here in China, this organization is not receiving anything directly from government or from any other person. What we survive by are the dues that students pay. So if you are out there following on Facebook or any other social platforms and you come across this event, you can always reach out to us and make your own contribution to support the Liberian students here in China. Okay, I think Honorable Hawa Saki is the one using the Red Note Pro. Honorable Hawa Saki is the city president, and she's an honorable lady who has come on board and has done a tremendous work in the city. Honorable Saki, you can kindly unmute yourself, and let's hear from you. Honorable Saki, yourself, just saying your own name. Okay.
Yes, seen a letter to Hassan. I'll be eating my money through.
Honorable Ganjo, city president. Honorable Saki, are you there? All right, so probably she will join us later on. So by this point in time, I will stop here and turn over the platform to the host, Olive, so that probably we can end this session. Oh, Simon Gibson, but I just wanted to know if she's following. Okay, Simon, since you are Simon Gibson, Simon, let's hear from you, Simon. Before we turn over to our host. Simon, have you scanned the QR code or have you? Simon Gibson? Simon. Okay, Olive, you can take over.
Well. To every good thing, there is an end. As we come to the conclusion of today's program, we would like to appreciate everyone for their contributions, the ideas, and their presence here as well. However, today's program was a wonderful one, and your support and contribution means a lot to our community and to everyone as well. So we will bring today's program to an end. Serving as an MC for today, it was an honor, and we'll just like to call on NEC for special remarks.
Okay, Honorable National Vice President.
Okay. Thank you to everyone for joining. Those that are watching on Facebook, we say thank you. Whatever platform, as the national president, Mr. Orlando Tiablo just said, whatever platform you're going to watch this video on, and you want to make a contribution or donation, you can just DM us. We are just a DM away. And the financial team, we have our mobile money account, we have UBA account, and we also accept Western Union transfer. We are all students in China, Liberian students. And according to our membership database, almost 70% of us are either self-supported or partial scholars. And we need funds to be able to enable us to study. And that's the main purpose of this fundraiser, to raise funds and give back to students that are on self-sponsor and partial scholarships. So thanks to the LSUIC members for joining. Thanks to our guest speaker all the way from South Africa that joined. We look forward to having many more meaningful discussions in LSUIC as we come closer to the end of our leadership term. Thanks once more to everyone for your contribution. Those that scanned the QR code, I saw everything. I'm going to take down records. I was taking down also. We say thank you and may God bless you richly. Thank you.
All right. Olive, you can take over.
Okay, once again, thank you to everyone for joining us today. Mr. President, you want to take over? I think.
I think we just have closing prayer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so before we take Honorable Gavakon to close us in prayer, I just also want to say thank you to all of you, especially to our council, coordinators headed by Honorable Chair, Honorable Koi. Thank you so much for your leadership. And to all the council members, thank you so much. It is in the interest of the Liberian students that you are doing the job that you are doing. So really want to appreciate all of you. And to all the members and all the city presidents and leaders that joined, we say thank you so much. May God bless you in every other ways. You know, we are already like half into the last month of the third quarters. So we'll be ending the third quarters this month. By next month, hopefully the first Saturday, we'll be having the third quarters meeting. With that, we just have the fourth quarter remaining. And you know, every quarter is just 3 months. So in the fourth quarter is going to get very, very, very busy. If you have not, pay your dues, pledges, and other things, we really encourage you to please try, because during that time, some people will be graduating, and transitional process is very, very expensive, because you have to pay for application fees to many schools to apply for those that still want to continue their study in China. And you have to migrate from another school to another school, train ticket, buying new things. There's so many expensive during the fourth quarters. And moreover, the conference. So conference fees, and maybe you want to buy new clothes to go for the conference, you want to get a new shoe, whatever it is also some finances involved. So please, it's going to be a very, very busy time, a very, very busy time in the fourth quarter. And we are looking forward to the collaboration and the support of all of you. As we started from the first quarter, we are about to end this. So let's end it on a very hard note. And may God bless us. may LSUIC be great. Thank you, Honorable Kong. You can kindly close us in our prayer.
All right, so let's pray. Our most gracious, our everlasting Father, I want to say thank you again for this meeting. We want to present each and every student into your hand in a very special way. We commit our leadership into your hands. Daddy Jesus, we commit the Academic Excellence Committee into your hands for hosting such a great program. Daddy Jesus, whatever funds that we have collected, we pray and hope those funds be used for internal purpose. As we are leaving, we are not leaving your presence about us as we leave for our funeral bed. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen and amen. Thank you all.
Amen.